A lot of you guys have requested me for the review of the Lenovo Tab 4 8 tablet, which is a very good budget device for the price category it is kept into. So hi guys, I'm Woma and you're watching Tech Track. Coming to the design of the tablet, the display looks pretty elegant and black so that it mixes with the bezels. The back of the tablet is made with a premium finish of the leather, and the bezels and the borders of the display and the tablet is an aluminium finish, and you get a Lenovo branding on the SD card slot, and the textures of the buttons are pretty good and clickable. Coming to the display provided by the Lenovo Tab 4 is an IPS HD display which is having a resolution of 1280 into 800 pixels, and the display is pretty crisp and the touch sensitivity is pretty good. As you can see right now, it is pretty responsive and it is having a response time of 0.1 second, means after 0.1 second of your touch, it provides you the touch response on your screen, which is pretty good in a budget tablet. Coming to the Android version, the Android version is 7.1.1 out of the box, means as soon as you open it from the box you get 7.1.1 without any of the updates, but still it's lagging the Oreo update, which is a pretty bad thing on the side of Lenovo. But a tablet can have any other Android version because it may have loose specs, due to which it doesn't get the latest updates from the Android company. Coming to the processor is a Snapdragon 425 processor, which is pretty good at gaming, but it is only 1.4 GHz, so you cannot play high-end games like Rules of Survival and PUBG, but still it is playable and there might be a little of frame lag. The RAM management is pretty good and it's having a DDR3 2 GB of RAM, which is pretty good because it's a version of DDR3. I'm going to show you a gaming test so that you get a basic idea of the gaming performance. So coming to the gaming is pretty good for a budget tablet like this. It actually has a Snapdragon 425, but you cannot expect so much because it is clocked at 1.4 GHz only, which is not that great for Android gaming. It is I'm going to test a game which is Suicide Squad, which is a single player. You're going to find some frame lag, so you can't expect extreme performance, but it's pretty good. The graphics are medium, which I'm going to show you in a second, but first you can see in the medium graphics you are having pretty frame lags, but it's pretty playable. It was pretty good experience playing in the Lenovo Tab 4 because when I was playing in my Redmi Note 4, the display was pretty small and I couldn't use the controls pretty well, but in a tablet I was pretty able to manage. The graphics which you're able to see now is medium graphics, and now I'm going to set it into low so that you can see the difference of the frame rates. So the graphics are now in low and you can see that the game is pretty much good and it's not lagging anymore, so that you can play this pretty well in the low graphics setting, which is pretty good, and I'm pretty satisfied with the gaming experience. Now this is a small game, so let me go into a pretty heavier game like the Asphalt 8. So I'm gonna go to that game and test that game's performance. For high-end gaming, I've chosen a game known as Asphalt 8, which is from the Gameloft team company, and this game is a pretty high game and it takes a storage of 2.4 gigabytes of our memory, and it's one of the most heaviest game into the Play Store. Now it's taking a lot of time to load, but after it loads it's going to play well. Actually, the RAM which you're able to use where the system also takes is 700 MB, so you're only able to use 700 to 800 MB of RAM, which is in your hand and you can use it, but still it's a DDR3 RAM. The DDR3 refers to a super special RAM content means it is only used for gaming specs. DDR3 and DDR4. DDR4 is the latest, but DDR3 is the second, and it can manage the game pretty well. So now I'm going to show you the gameplay itself, and it's able to manage. I know it's a pretty complicated thing, but you just focus on the gameplay so that you can get an idea of how it's going to present the gaming experience. The game is going to lag a lot because it has a lot of files to load, and the tablet is having only 2 GB of RAM, so it needs to preload all the files into the storage and close to the RAM. So I'll just show you the gameplay. You can see, guys, there are bit frame lags in the middle, frame drops, but that is pretty playable. During the animations it's going to lag a lot, as you can see, but still the gameplay looks pretty smooth. I'm going to show you guys. There are many frame drops in the middle, but still it's pretty playable. You can see now. Sorry for the reflections on the screen, guys, but I couldn't manage that. But still, because due to outdoor low lighting conditions, I couldn't manage that and need to shoot that in the outdoors. So next time, please keep supporting me and subscribe to my channel so that I can improve my camera quality and I could improve my voice quality, and I could do better reviews, and I could get better content for you guys. So coming to the gameplay is pretty smooth. It is pretty playable, and it's pretty satisfactory. The camera is not that great, but still it takes pretty good pictures. It has an autofocusing system, and it takes pretty decent pictures, but the images are pretty noisy as it is only a 5 megapixel shooter at the back and the 0.5 and a 2 megapixel shooter at the front. So that's a problem because the tablet doesn't need a camera at the most priority, and you won't get a better cameras in tablets, as you need to sacrifice the performance for that as a budget price. So now you can see the image quality is pretty noisy, and I want to put the front camera so that you get a basic idea of it. So that's the front camera, and you can just see, guys, that isn't that clear because it's only a 2 megapixel shooter where you get them in cheap drones, such kind of shooters. And now I'm going to record a video so that you can see basic idea and frame rates of the video quality. And there's a single focusing system, and it only can focus one object at a time. And I'm going to shoot and put them clips at the end of the video so that you get a basic idea of the video recording at the back. So that's the video recording, and you can see we cannot focus the image as there's only a single focusing system on the tablet. So it can focus all the image, but it cannot focus by manual system and an auto system and during the video recording. Coming to the battery, the Lenovo Tab 4 has provided us with a 4800 mAh battery, which can give up to 10 hours of battery life, as you can see on the right, and it provides a pretty good battery backup. But I would only point out about the slow charging, which the charger doesn't support fast charging, and it takes up to 6 to 5 hours of charging time, which is a pretty bad thing about the Lenovo tablet, and that's the only con I found in the tablet. The tablet is pretty well built, but still the battery backup is very good, but still you get a slow charging feature. You do not get a fast charging feature. So let's talk about the overall build quality and the rating I give it. The overall build quality is pretty good. It's pretty rigid and strong. The tablet doesn't break that easily if it falls down because it has an aluminum feel at the sides. It also has a Dolby speakers, which I forgot to mention. So it gets a Dolby 4.1 built in, means you get two side stereo speakers. You get two surrounded 360 degrees feel of the audio, and it has an inbuilt case like thing which protects it from falling down or breakage of the thing. Means it doesn't need separate case, as it already has an inbuilt case like thing which protects it from breakdowns and something like that. So I'm gonna rate the tablet a 4 out of 5 because only due to two reasons which the Lenovo Tab 4 is missing and lagging on. One is the RAM, because these days games need a lot of RAM and the tablet is only left with 700 RAM after the system and everything takes out. Means you only get close to 700 to 800 RAM which can be usable, and rest of the RAM the system uses it. But still it's able to manage the RAM pretty well, as I already told you. And the second reason also might be the slow charging, because the charging almost takes 6 hours to 5 hours of charging, depending on place you keep it. So that lags a lot and you cannot go fast anywhere without charging it. So you need to charge it overnight and you can use it all day. So that's it guys. Thanks for watching the video, and if you like the video please hit the thumbs up, and if you have any other reviews and doubts about this tablet, please comment down. I'm going to surely clarify them. And if you want to buy this tablet, please go to description so that you get the tablet this link. And normally it prices up to 16,000 of MRP, but in my description you're only going to get it for 12,000. So please go check that out so you get a discount. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.